Hey everybody, welcome back to another HD broadcast, and this is going to be a game between Root.Catz and the Terran player Deth, Red Deth, and this is supposedly a very good game. It's a Zerg versus Terran on what is this map called? Xel'Naga Caverns. I always seem to think that this map is called Metalopolis for some reason, but it is Xel'Naga Caverns, and it is a good old-fashioned Zerg versus Terran. This was an exhibition match, I believe, played on Battle.net, and I made this game because I wanted to make a couple announcements as well. As you guys know, HDH2 is still very much prolonged at this point in the game, or at this point in time, and I was thinking it might be kind of cool if I make a tournament just to pass the time. And whoa, what the heck is Catz doing? Is he making a mistake here? He is pulling 4 drones off the line. Is he really going to attack with this? Deth here doesn't even have his barracks up yet. Wow, this is super aggressive from Catz. And I'm not exactly sure what is going on. I'd like to see the Harvester tab. Both players are dead even. I think Catz here, this might be part of his strategy, although this drone right here was going up to the north for a bit. What is going on? Is Catz here trying to delay the barracks from going up by using 4 early drones? Oh, Deth here, you could be in a lot of trouble. And now Deth is pulling 3 SCVs out to fight against the 4 drones. SCVs are actually not that good against drones. And oh, one of the SCVs gets taken out. Deth using the mineral pathing trick to get those 2 out of harm's way. And Catz now going to work on the SCV building the barracks. I don't think any Terran player at this point in the game expects to see 4 drones knocking on the front door. This SCV now is trying to desperately repair the one building the barracks, and a total of 3 SCVs have gone down. 4 SCVs have gone down. I think these drones have made it very much worth their time, although the barracks did go up. So I think Catz's strategy here was to try to delay the barracks, or even possibly prevent the barracks from ever getting up with these 4 initial drones. Unfortunately, the barracks did go up, but Catz here is really far ahead in income. He's at 17/12. The first Marine has finally come out, and now Catz is still trying to work on the mineral line. These 3 drones trying to pick off the Marine gets taken out, and Catz is going to get another SCV kill. Oh wow, Catz is doing an incredible job in the mineral line. He's gonna get another one. Catz here has killed off like 6 SCVs and a Marine. In fact, that's the exact number. 7 units lost for a total of 350 resources. It looks like 1 more SCV gonna be the casualty of this quadruple drone attack. And wow, those drones were more effective than Zerglings in terms of cost. I mean, 200 minerals worth of Zerglings probably wouldn't have done that much damage, or I should say 100 minerals, since Zerglings cost 25 apiece. And now Catz has proceeded to steal the gas. I think he doesn't even know there's a factory going down, but this gas is going to delay Deth. Whatever strategy he decides to go for, it doesn't look like he's going to go for reactored Hellions. He might just go straight for Starport, and if that's the case, this gas is going to be a bit of a delay. Meanwhile now, Catz throwing on a Roach Horn, and wow, what an aggressive opening to kickstart this game. Now going to be also getting his natural expansion down. Incredible play thus far from Catz, and Deth now definitely in a hole. 13 under 16 harvesters. He has closed that off a little bit thanks to the mules, but he is definitely behind. And before the game really got heated up with those 4 drones pulling off the line, I wanted to say that I was thinking I might start doing a personal tournament where, because, you know, HDH2 is taking quite some time, and I still very much love the tournament scene, and I was thinking maybe it would be kind of cool to do my my tournament, and maybe for a couple $1,000 prize pool, and have it broadcasted on my YouTube channel. So I guess it would be called just the HD tournament, and I might do a monthly or something like that. It would not be nearly as big as HDH, because HD and Husky combined is just super almighty powerful, and one can never be as powerful as both. But let me know what you guys think about that. If there's a positive approval on the comments below, then I'll go ahead and try to get that going. And yeah, just post down below, let me know what you guys think. But anyways, it looks like Deth tried to do a counterattack with a Hellion and a squadron of Marines, but now that Catz has those roaches out, that is going to be deflected. Meanwhile, Deth now getting a Banshee out of his starport. If we take a look on the income tabs, it looks like Deth has now caught up in harvester count, but Catz with that extra hatchery at the natural expansion, he should be able to shoot way ahead. Although he does have an idle drone just kind of chilling here. So Cat's macro, not the best, but you can't really blame him because his micro and his aggression have been superb thus far. One roach getting picked off at the front door. I don't think Cat's will be able to break this down. He did some damage, but with the bunker there, that's going to take a lot more than 3 roaches to break that down. Although more roaches are now streaming forward. There is a Banshee coming out though, and oh man, Catz is not going to have anything to defend against this Banshee. Is Deth going to reveal it against the roaches, or is he going to go straight for the middle line? Looks like he is going to reveal the Banshee to the roaches, and now the Banshee doing some Airwinder side maneuvers is going to start working on the roaches. Catz here realizes he cannot retreat with the roaches, tries to bust up the front door. That isn't going to work. And now forced to walk the long road home with the Banshee constantly shooting at the roaches from the air. And I think maybe 1 or 2 more roaches are going to get taken out. Catz wisely splits his roaches apart so he can minimize casualties. And back at home, we can see saturation starting to kickstart a little bit better for our Zerg player, currently at 31, Harvesters over 23. Wouldn't surprise me to see Deth getting his next command center. There it goes. And he's also getting a tech lab on his factory, so indicating that right now that Deth would like to go some kind of biomech play, substituting in some Banshees for air as well. 1 Banshee versus the Queen right now. This is the Banshee that originally killed off the Roach, and thankfully for the Terran player, a Banshee can kill off 1 Queen. There's the Queen dying right there. The carcass leaking and spurting out blood. 1 more Queen gonna back it up and finish off the Banshee. Finally, it does get a scout off on the Spire, however. And Deth bringing in a second Banshee, and Catz here doesn't really have any queens. Oh man, he needs to bring the queen from the natural or he's going to lose a lot of drones. Queen at the main dies for the second time, and now Deth free to do damage, gonna try to catch back up in this game. Everyone knows he's behind right now, and this Banshee has to get a lot of drone kills if he wants to get back right back in this. Gotta make up for losing all those SCVs way early on to those 4 drones. And so far, it looks like the Banshee has gotten 5 drone kills. The Zerg still considerably ahead, however, and Deth needs to secure this natural. I would like to see him salvage this bunker, maybe throw 1 or 2 up at the front door of the Terran base, and then maybe start getting some siege tech out with this tech lab, and then sieging up at the front door. There goes the cancel on the bunker, and a bunker at the front door. So Deth now refocusing his efforts on defense at the front line. An action-packed game thus far. Deth bringing in his Banshee from the left now. Keep in mind, he's still got this Banshee back here, but Catz with an Overseer and a Queen should be able to defend against that. We finally also have speed coming out for Zerglings. That was a very delayed speed tech. But what an unusual game, so you can't really blame Catz for getting unusual timings. He's also getting 5 mutas out, and those mutas should be able to clean up the Banshees quite easily. Here comes the second one. Catz has to get the Mutalist over here to take out this Banshee. It's racking up the kills, currently at 3 kills. It looks like the mutas went to finish off the weakened Banshee in the right-hand corner first, and finally the Banshee gets taken out. Oh my goodness, 9 drones in the production, but how many did Catz lose? He was at 36, so it was even for a second. But there goes the Zerg macro kicking right back in, reproducing those drones at almost no effort. And now Catz is going to try to do some damage with these mutas, but keep in mind the mutas revealed themselves to the Banshees, so I would expect the Terran player to have adequate defense. He has 2 turrets and 2 turrets covering each expansion, and wisely has a building placement right here to prevent banelings or lings from flooding in through the backside of the natural. So both Deth and Catz playing very, very well, reacting as soon as they see the enemy units. Keep in mind, Catz reacted to the Banshees as quickly as he could by producing extra queens when the Banshee revealed itself to the roaches, and Deth reacted as quickly as he could when he saw the Mutalist attacking his weakened Banshees. So thus far, very good game by both these players. If we take a look at that APM tab, both players at a very, very high pace. In fact, I consider anyone at 100 plus to be pretty high. I think 100 plus may be even the requirement to be in Diamond League. I'm saying this, of course, because yesterday I was playing on a friend's account. I was playing in like the Gold League, and I think the APM average was like 40. So yeah, I think about 100 minimum for Diamond League, and so both these players displaying that high APM. Looks like a Marine trying to get the Xel'Naga Watchtower will fail at that task, both players controlling one watchtower apiece. We can see both players' army supply count relatively even, with the Zerg player just a little bit ahead. And we can see Deth now getting a Thor out of the factory. Thors are very, very good against Mutalisks when they clump up, against small numbers of mutas. And they're relatively good against almost every unit that the Zerg arsenal has, except maybe Mass Roach. So we'll see what Catz decides to do to deal with the Thor. He's actually getting a couple more mutas, also getting centrifugal hooks out. I do like that the muta baneling is probably the deadliest combination in the mid game that Zerg has against Terran, and there's really not too much that Terran can do about that short of going mass Thor and mixing in a couple of other units here or there. It looks like Catz now going to come in with a large flock of Mutalisks. He has to be careful that there's quite a few Marines here. They all have shields. They don't have stim pack, however. Oh, wow, Deth, you're really late on the stim pack research, and this could hurt against the Mutalisks because the Marines are not going to be fast enough to deal with Mutalisk harass without the help of the stim pack. And Catz easily picks off a turret, decides not to proceed further. And it looks like he is also securing the gold expo. I like this. And the Terran will be forced to move out in about a minute, I would say, or less. And yeah, it looks like Deth now gonna start to push out. He has to hit before the gold base gets any benefit whatsoever. This is the best time to attack a Zerg when they're going for this hatchery and they don't have any benefit whatsoever, or very little benefit. And it looks like Catz now realizing an attack is impending, trying to get some banelings out. He will have to control his banelings very, very well to hit these Marines. They do have the centrifugal hook upgrade. That is a lot of Marines right for the pickings for these green acidic balls. And it looks like Catz will not be able to save his hatchery in time. The gold hatchery will fall. Catz deciding to fall back further and further. Catz will also have to spread out his Mutalisks over the Thors to finish off the Thors after the banelings hit the Marines. Oh my goodness, Deth just causing a wide path of destruction. Here comes a counter